Seeing the person sent from headquarters apologizing to our hero, Wang Zhong is extremely shocked. His body starts trembling, and in disbelief he thinks to himself, "What? The Sea Profound One is apologizing to him?" Meanwhile, Gu Yuru is still standing in front of our hero with her head lowered in an apologetic posture, thinking to herself, "This negotiation represents the headquarters' attitude toward the burial sealer. Appeasement, reconciliation, rewards. There must absolutely be no more conflicts." As for the Kang City Spiritual Association, at the same time, the people of the Kang City Spiritual Association are utterly stunned by this scene. The two people standing beside Wang Zhong are terrified. One of them says in disbelief, "Is it really over just like that? No matter what, the captain of Kang City was burned alive. Does this really not count as internal conflict?" The other one also speaks up. The headquarters representative didn't even question responsibility and is even saying they'll give him an explanation. Standing between them, Wang Zhong watches all of this in extreme fear, completely shaken. Our hero is also silently observing the scene. After apologizing to our hero, Gu Yuru walks toward the organization members. As she approaches, she thinks to herself, their dissatisfaction doesn't matter. The Kang City Spiritual Association's captain, Divine Blade, intended to harm the burial sealer and threatened his life. Arrogant beyond measure, repaying kindness with hostility toward the help from Tai City's Spiritual Association and the Star God War Zone. At that time, why didn't they think about stopping internal conflict and minimizing losses? A bunch of self-important fools. She walks straight up to Wang Zhong and asks him, "Who is the person in charge of the Kang City Spiritual Association?" Hearing this, Wang Zhong raises his hand and says nervously, "I am." Gu Yuru then says to him, "You have 3 days to pacify the people of Kang City and come up with appropriate public relations reasons to temporarily suppress public opinion." Hearing this, Wang Zhong replies in fear, all right, we understand." At that moment, Gu Yuru suddenly speaks in an extremely serious and angry tone. "After 3 days, all of you will be removed from your current positions. Headquarters will soon send people to take over Kang City." As soon as they hear this, everyone is terrified. Gu Yuru continues, "Remember, if you do nothing during these 3 days, then when the time comes, you will bear the consequences yourselves." Hearing this, our hero is also slightly shocked and thinks to himself, the Spiritual Association headquarters actually dismissed all the personnel of the Kang City Spiritual Association. I didn't expect them to make such a decisive move. This really exceeded my expectations. This time, headquarters must clearly show its stance and make it widely known. Anyone who provokes the burial sealer will end up just like the Kang City Spiritual Association and Yu Fengyang. After taking action against the organization, Gu Yuru looks toward our hero and says, "Burial sealer, I wonder if this method of handling things satisfies you. But rest assured, in the future, the Spiritual Association headquarters will absolutely not allow such incidents to happen again. Anyone who provokes you is provoking the headquarters itself." Hearing her words, our hero replies, "I don't care how you deal with them. What I'm more curious about is how you plan to suppress public opinion." Gu Yuru then says, "Are you wondering whether public opinion in Tai City and Kang City regarding the spiritual energy revival can still be suppressed? Right now, extraordinary events are occurring frequently across the world, and disasters caused by anomalies are continuously emerging. In truth, many people have already guessed most of it. But the reason it hasn't been made public is because the time isn't right yet." She continues, "If it were made public now, the world situation would change instantly. Chaos would begin from within and rapidly shatter the fragile surface that is still being maintained. If Tai City hadn't had your existence back then, the era of spiritual energy revival in Xia Nation might have already begun on the day Tai City was destroyed by the King of Anomalies." She adds, "Or if it weren't for Elder Wu of the Star God War Zone, we would have entered the spiritual energy revival era even earlier and faster, catching all ordinary people completely off guard." Listening to this, our hero thinks seriously. So that's how it is. A small group falling into chaos is better than everyone falling into chaos together. As he recalls his own people, he continues thinking, if we want to continue maintaining the illusion of equality and peaceful livelihoods, we need those pioneers who, after the spiritual energy revival, can stand above billions of ordinary people to face the crisis head-on. He thinks further, no wonder many pioneers are eager to move and want to create even greater chaos. Xia Nation's strong insistence on suppressing public opinion not only restrains pioneers from causing conflicts, but also limits the spread of anomalies. It also allows ordinary people to transition smoothly into the spiritual energy revival era. However, without sufficiently powerful pioneers working together, this simply cannot be achieved. After thinking through everything, our hero looks serious and says to Guyuru, it seems that it truly has reached a point where delay is no longer an option. As he says this, he thinks again, at my current spirit creation realm level, although I've already resolved one natural disaster and bought Tai City some time, it's still far from enough. Hearing his words, Guyuru says, you still have matters to attend to, don't you? We will arrange a dedicated aircraft to send you back to Tai City. However, I would like to trouble you for a moment longer. What follows is my personal request and does not represent the Spiritual Association headquarters. Then, smiling while thinking seriously, she thinks to herself, so young, yet possessing the power to destroy a city, and also having the character to shoulder great responsibility. Tai City having such talent is truly enviable. I'm really very curious. Our hero then says to her, see, profound one, there's no need to be polite. Please speak. Guyuru extends her hand toward him and says, in the name of Guyuru alone, not as the sea profound one, I would like to befriend you. May I? After this, the story shifts to the Star Gold War Zone, where we see Galen. She is visibly tense. A military officer standing in front of her reports the situation, explaining that the events unfolded exactly as described and that everything happened just like that. The moment Galen hears this, her tension spikes. She suddenly stands up in anger, slams her hand on the table, and says furiously, this is utterly absurd. The entire spiritual association of Kang City is so foolish and short-sighted. She then turns extremely serious and continues, if this goes on, Kang City's strategic position will keep declining. The Spiritual Association headquarters should take over as soon as possible. Otherwise, in the cruel future of spiritual energy revival, Kang City will collapse completely and fall out of the front ranks. An incompetent commander can exhaust an entire army. Hearing this, the person standing in front of Galen responds, the Spiritual Association headquarters should still be reliable, especially the sea profound one. They might even be trying to poach your talent, so shouldn't we also show some sincerity? Listening to this, Galen says with tension in her voice, that's only natural. The compensation for the burial sealer absolutely cannot be lacking. At the very least, it must not be inferior to what the Spiritual Association headquarters offers. Also, the original reward for assisting Kang City this time should be doubled for him. The man smiles and says, I have to admit, I admire the burial sealer's strength and personality. Decisive in killing, yet balanced in control, this is exactly the kind of person suited to lead a city. I think this reward suits him best. As he finishes speaking, he places several envelopes on the table. The moment Galen sees the envelopes marked as from the secret restricted area, a smile appears on her face. She smiles and says, if I didn't truly know that you appreciate him, I'd think you were deliberately making things difficult for him. The man laughs and replies, crisis and opportunity coexist. Only he is worthy of cultivating there. Besides, our war zone also has a genius in seclusion inside. In the future, things far more terrifying than the sacrificial king's hell will continue to appear, one after another, each capable of destroying humanity's existing beliefs. He continues, Letting the burial sealer advance quickly is the only way for him to grow in the coming darkness and reach an end we ourselves cannot see. Hearing this, Galen picks up one of the envelopes. As she opens it, she says, "You're right. Perhaps even our cultivation forbidden zone will be too simple for him." At that moment, as the two are talking, the door suddenly opens. A secretary rushes inside, calling out Galan's name loudly and saying, "Elder Wu has awakened and wants to speak with you." The moment Galen and the man hear this, both of them are stunned. A few hours later, the story shifts to Tai City. Our hero has already returned to his house. At this moment, he is scrolling through chats on his phone. He first checks the balance in his bank account. Just then, Ling Yi walks into the room and says, "Cousin, you're finally back. I saw everything on the forum over in Kang City." She walks over and sits beside him. Our hero places his hand on her head and says, "It's nothing serious. Don't worry too much." Hearing this, Ling Yi says excitedly, "I wasn't worried. The Pioneer Forum is full of people saying you brutally killed the Kang City captain, Divine Blade. They're describing it in such exaggerated ways." Hearing this, our hero taps her forehead with his finger and says, "Other than cultivation-related information, stop browsing the forums so much. Did you forget our agreement to improve yourself as soon as possible?" After saying this, he stands up and starts walking away, saying, "All right, I'm going to cultivate and try to break through." Yi hears this and says in shock, "Why, you just broke through not long ago, didn't you? You're already going to break through to Spirit Creation Realm 3 stars. Our hero replies that it isn't necessarily true. Hearing this, Yi becomes slightly disappointed and thinks to herself, "Strange. Why do I feel like my cousin has something on his mind?" Our hero then returns to his room and begins cultivating. As he cultivates, powerful energy gathers around him, and he thinks, "Just a little more." This is the purest dark attribute from the bone bird. By merging it into the infinite dark realm, its energy can be utilized to the maximum. Within the energy, a bone bird-like figure can be seen. At that very moment, a system notification appears. Do you want to embed the dark attribute into the infinite dark realm? Our hero immediately chooses yes. As soon as he selects the option, another system notification appears. Dark attribute has been merged. Infinite dark realm upgraded. After enemies are dragged into the infinite dark realm, the bone bird and other anomalies within the realm will fight for you, greatly weakening the enemy. As the notification appears, a powerful dark-colored shield forms around our hero. He stands inside the dark circle, glowing like light, while outside everything turns pitch black, with thick dark mist forming. Moments later, numerous dark creatures emerge from the mist, fully prepared to fight him. Seeing this, our hero thinks seriously. Doesn't this mean I can command these anomalies like a monarch and use them for myself? He immediately launches continuous attacks with his spiritual energy. As he destroys them one by one, his power keeps increasing. Suddenly, a powerful golden phenomenon forms in the sky. The entire environment changes, and the sky above undergoes tribulation. At that moment, another system notification appears before him, reading, "Detected that you have reached the breakthrough requirements. Do you want to break through to Spirit Creation Realm 3 stars?"